competition brings out the best, and I'm really excited to have two really good quarterbacks next year, if that's the plan.
Sounds like we might have a battle at quarterback at Ohio State in the spring. Little different tune than what Urban Meyer was singing back in September when he said Braxton Miller would be the guy once his shoulder healed up. Obviously, J.T. Barrett's growth, giving coach a
Didn't look all that excited. I'm really excited to have two Player of the Year Heisman guys. He wasn't that fired up for it.
Bonnie Bernstein in our Campus Insiders studios alongside our managing editor Pete Fiutak and Matt Brown, our buddy who covers the Buckeyes for SB Nation. All right, here's the deal, guy. You got in Braxton Miller, the reigning Big Ten Player of the Year. You got in J.T. Barrett, the guy who's leading the Big Ten in touchdowns and completion percentage and passer rating. Matt, come 2015 in September, who's going to be the guy behind center?
I'm sure that Urban Meyer throughout the entire offseason is going to talk about the value of competition and talk about how there's going to be a battle. But ultimately, I expect, assuming that Braxton Miller is healthy, that he'll be the starting quarterback for Ohio State in 2015 due to his enormous advantages there, not just with his athleticism and his ability to escape things from the backfield, but also his superior arm strength over J.T. Barrett.
Oh, does he have a better arm than J.T. Barrett? Barrett's got a pretty good arm. I don't know if you can just kick the guy to the curb who's going to end up being a Heisman finalist this year. And I think the very easy thing to do is just say, you know what? The fairest thing to the team, we're going to open this up. Quarterback competition, we're going to have the best player is going to be our quarterback, and you're probably going to see them both. There are going to be a lot of blowouts next year, and I just think it's the most fair thing to do to every player on the team and say the best player at Ohio State plays no matter what.
And we got to remember, too, this isn't Miller's first shoulder injury.
No.
You know, he's been banged up the last couple of years. Matt, is there any possibility at all, if Braxton's the quarterback, that Barrett would say, you know what, I'm fine sitting out, but I'm going to transfer, try it somewhere else?
I would be completely shocked for that, primarily because he's going to have to sit out a year no matter what. If he sits out that year at Ohio State, he knows that he's going to be getting snaps when there's blowouts. He knows about Braxton Miller's health situation, that it's entirely possible that he'll miss some games, even if he's healthy, and that's going to allow him to get into the game. His attitude and his leadership has been consistently praised, not just by players, but this entire coaching staff, and him just walking away because he doesn't win this job to somebody who has the potential to be a Heisman finalist himself would completely fly against type.
And here's the weird part about it. J.T. Barrett's actually more of a pro prospect than Braxton Miller is because of his passing ability. I don't know why he'd want to sit for that long. He might be the better fit. I know Miller's the more explosive runner, and he does a lot more for that offense in a lot of ways. But the way that Barrett throws the ball could be just a better fit for all the weapons and all the things that Ohio State wants to do. When it becomes too reliant on Braxton Miller, that's not necessarily a good thing. You got to get the ball to the other players. I think Barrett almost might be the better fit for this. Again, I don't think it's as slam dunk as you might say it is.
So I would argue that probably the biggest difference right now between Barrett's game and Miller's game is that Barrett has a superior ability to make the correct read out of the read option. And the best thing for Braxton Miller is to spend this entire year doing nothing but watching tape and breaking down the offense because he can't throw the football. Coming into 2015, he's going to have a better core of wide receivers and skill position players that he's ever had at Ohio State. And Barrett had that over Miller for this season. And so when you bring in those athletic gifts, I imagine there's still going to be a quarterback competition, but I'd be surprised if Miller is the one who eventually wins.
How about this? Learn from Denard Robinson, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Braxton, your NFL futures at running back. Move there now.
What happens if J.T. Barrett wins a Big Ten championship, though? Big Ten championship.
Thanks a
Maybe
lot,
they
son.
wind
Son
up
of
in
the
the
bench,
playoff,
yeah.
has a good postseason.
He wins the national championship. Hey,
that's definitely going to make this a much harder conversation, but that's still a couple of weeks away.
Absolutely. Matt Brown from SB Nation, thanks so much for your thoughts. As always, Pete, you are the man. Pete and Doug and I are going to be talking college football playoff right after the rankings are released on Tuesday. Of course, we will have our weekly one-on-one with committee chair Jeff Long. Put this on your calendar, 8 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday, only on CampusInsiders.com.